So be it, Jedi.
What's going on, guys? Back in another video, another episode of Read or Skip It, and today we're on book 5 of the X-Wing series, Wraith Squadron. So after Michael Stackpole wrote his first 4 novels, they wanted more. Well, picking up the 5th, 6th, and 7th book was Aaron Allstons. The stories are very similar in terms of how they're written. I find that it's very easy to go from the first 4 novels into these, and it meshes very well. And for the most part, he's a pretty good author. Now, taking place in these stories is Wraith Squadron. Now, in the first 4 books, we had established Rogue Squadron, which of course many people know. But in these books, Wedge Antilles wants to start a new X-Wing squadron using pretty much all the washouts, all the rejects from the pilot academy. He also wants them to be commandos first and X-Wing pilots second, unlike Rogue Squadron, who was mostly pilots first and then commandos second. Admiral Akbar says that if he doesn't get everything figured out with this squadron in a certain amount of time, that he's got to leave fighter command and become a general. Of course, Wedge doesn't want to do that, so he gives it his all to help these people kind of fall in line in terms of being a pilot. We have a whole diverse new group of characters. Unlike what we see in Rogue Squadron, there pretty much isn't any returning characters. So aside from Wedge, they're all new. And for the most part, they're pretty different, pretty likable. A couple of them, specifically Face Lauren, who was an ex-child actor for the Empire, and another one, Ton Fanon, who is a doctor that is allergic to Bacta and has all these cybernetic replacements. They act as a lot of our comedic relief, and their dynamic throughout the story is pretty entertaining. I would say the main character this story focuses on is a pilot named Kel Tainer, and he sort of has beef with Wedge's executive officer, Jansen, who some time ago Jansen had to kill Tainer's father because he was about to pretty much blow their plan to the Empire. So of course, Kel has this sort of fear/hatred towards him that we sort of deal with throughout the story. Pretty much what happens is they train up as X-Wing pilots, and then they're tagged by the Empire, specifically Admiral Tridget, and they pretty much steal one of his ships, and then they go about pretending to be the Empire. And the whole time, Warlord Zinj, who is sort of like the big bad of this era, doesn't know anything about it, and they use this to, of course, get closer to him. Something to note is, even though these stories take place just a few years after Return of the Jedi and prior to the Thrawn campaign that we see with Heir to the Empire and so forth, of course, they were written after. So, like, retroactively, they're trying to create these Imperial bad guys, these warlords that are sort of a threat, but in your mind, at least for me personally, I don't take any of them seriously. Ysaine Izzard is sort of a threat in the first 4 novels, as she pretty much creates a plague that, wipes out a bunch of people on Coruscant. But you just got to know deep in your mind that none of this is really a big deal, because ultimately Thrawn is the big deal for the New Republic a few years later. Yeah, so pretty much they capture the ship and pretend to be, doing what Warlord Zinj wants the Imperial to do. Come to find out that the Imperial that they're talking to is responsible for wiping out one of the members of Wraith Squadron's former squad, Talon Squad. So he takes it upon himself to kill him, and then of course Admiral Tridget is dead. All in all, the adjustment from the first 4 books to this one, I wouldn't say it's jarring, because if you could read those 4 novels that pretty much have no, of our main heroes, Luke Han, Leia, etc., and you can enjoy those, and I would say you would enjoy these as well. I think Aaron Allston is a very good author. He is very good at writing comedy. There's a lot of funny scenes in this novel. So yeah, if you've read the first 4 X-Wing books, of course, don't just jump. You could jump in here, but if you've read those first 4 novels and you like them, by all means, I think you would enjoy these. So that is book 5 of the X-Wing series, Wraith Squadron. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I know it's been a while. I've either been busy or I just haven't had the mental energy to record and upload consistently. So we've got a couple of reader skip-its to catch up to. I finished this novel, finished the second one, and now I'm on the third. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.